Hi, everyone. I'm Erika Flint, professional hypnotherapist, and this is Living Hypnotically, where we explore the benefits and application of hypnosis from professional hypnotists. And today I have the lovely Pam Leno with us, and she's just an amazing hypnotherapist. She's been helping people in Olympia, Washington. She has a book, she has programs. So welcome to the show, Pam. Great to have you here today.
Thank you. It is great to be here and good to see you again, too. This is awesome.
Yeah, good. Good. So can I ask you, what first made you want to be a hypnotherapist? Can you tell us just a short origin story? I love to hear how people
Absolutely.
get into this.
I had been in the fitness industry for 30 plus years, and the recession hit real quickly, lost my job, lost my home, was homeless, came down to Olympia to work with Dr. Nooney, who is now my significant other. And we started a weight loss clinic using a partial meal replacement program. And it was really great. People were losing weight. It was awesome. The only problem was we were getting people off medications like hypertension medications and cholesterol medications and diabetic medications. So it was very powerful nutritionally. However, it ended up that for whatever reason, they would slide back into their old habits and we would see them again with the same problems, same medications a year later. So my mind started thinking, what is going on here? Why is that not sticking with them? What is it that's not changing for them to be able to stay within a healthy parameter for their lifestyle? I decided that life coaching was the thing because that was what everybody was talking about.
Great. Okay.
What a life coach. And we can help everybody. So I did that and it was helpful, but it required a lot of work on behalf of our clients. And most of them weren't willing to do the work. They wanted something that was a little bit simpler. So I don't even remember how hypnosis came across my radar. I believe it's divine intervention. However, it really triggered me when I saw this opportunity to do something, first of all, with the law of attraction, Christy Whitman's program. And it was all online, but we met on phone at that time. Zoom was not a thing. So we met on the phone, I know, right? And then as I was doing this practice in a clinic, it was working okay, but I felt like there's needed some more structure. And it was so interesting, Erika, because I got online to look for a hypnotic headset.
Okay.
And when I put that in, your clinic, your education popped up and I was like, oh my God, I got to do that. And I'm in Olympia, you're in Bellingham, that's driving distance. I can do that. I came up and was certified with you in 5-path and 7-path. And that's been 4 years ago now, I think.
Wow.
And it has been just an ongoing exploration since then, just fine tuning things, really opening up to new ideas, but it has structure. And I think that was the really attractive part of 5-path for me anyway. So that's how I
agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. The structure helps our grads be successful right away. You get success with your clients right away. You're not sitting there thinking, what script should I use? What should I do next? And so it builds confidence immediately. And I know I took training before I became a 5-path hypnotist and before I became a trainer. And I know you did too.
Yeah.
And I loved and appreciated hypnosis from my first. It helped me fall in love with hypnosis, but I didn't feel prepared to see clients. So I'm with you. 5-path is really structured in a way that helps our clients get relief immediately.
Right? Yeah, within the first session. And then it just builds on that. And I have people who come back for additional sessions after the fact, simply because they want to stay within that kind of tuned zone that they're in, to where they really are feeling good about their life, their health, everything that they're working on. It just enhances it. And I think that that's so powerful to give people that opportunity, for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I love that we can get our clients relief in 5 or 6 weeks or 5 or 6 sessions, but some of them do choose to continue working with us because they get it's become such a good strategy for them. They start solving kind of other problems in their life by first doing their hypnosis on it and using some of the techniques that we teach them. And then we can continue working with our client. I have some clients that I've worked with for years on spiritual things and personal growth, and they're getting new jobs and all sorts of cool stuff, right?
Absolutely. It's such a gift. It really is a gift to be able to help people in the manner that we do. And I don't know how else I could do it. It's so awesome. I love it.
We get to subconscious, right? And we get to that layer underneath, that part of us that where we're dreaming and that type of thing. So we really get to tap into different information that our clients aren't always consciously aware of. So it's just super powerful.
Yeah, I call that their hard drive. That's where
The hard drive.
It's like
Well,
the
I
hard
know.
drive of a computer. Everything is stored there, but you're not aware that there's a file in that hard drive that might have a virus. And so that's what we can go find in that hypnotic trance. They can find that themselves, and then we can help them work through that so that no longer affects the other files that are on their hard drive to help them
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And those viruses are automatic programs that are running without our client's consent. And
Not even knowing that's what's
them.
That's what's so interesting. Yeah. It's just so revealing, I think, too, for people to help them understand. And I've had clients go, oh my God, I'd forgot all about that, but look at what it's done. It's just uncovering those files that are disrupting what they're doing in their life currently. Yeah, it's
Exactly. And one thing I like to mention about this is often, at least in my practice, clients, it's not that it is something they've entirely forgotten about. Rather, it's something they've discounted. So for example, at least, and I'll let you share if it's the same for you, but a lot of clients are, oh, I didn't realize that was still impacting me, or, oh, I didn't think that was a big deal. It's something maybe they had dealt with, or they have a limiting belief around that, so they don't think they need to change it. And
Right.
then, so it's not like we're uncovering repressed memories and people are having experiences where they don't even recall it. That's just not really what we do.
Oh, not at all. Yeah. It's there. They just have forgotten that it was impacting them in the manner that it has. Yeah.
The conscious mind will do that. The conscious mind will discount something if it's illogical, because the conscious mind wants to see logic. Now, when we get in there with hypnosis and do really powerful age regression or forgiveness work, parts therapy, those types of things, we realize that some of those things that feel irrational, because why they're emotional, they are rational when we have the proper understanding. And so then the conscious mind can get on board with that. Right?
Sure. Yeah. And unravel it. Yeah. It's awesome.
Yeah. Now you have a cool story about one of your clients. Can you share that with us?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's in my book too. If you guys ever want to
tell us about your book. Oh,
Weight Loss Hypnosis. Thanks to Erika and her writing her book, it inspired me to write one as well with the same group that we published it with. But this was actually a story that is in my book, and Gina is the subject, and she gave me permission to put it in there. And I speak about it all the time because it was such a all-encompassing. People come to us for something and we give them what they actually need, which is that's really cool about this too. So she came to me for weight loss, and she was in the partial meal replacement program that I offer. And that's a really powerful thing to do together. Is we're getting you nutritionally sound. We're teaching you about nutrition and how your body responds hormonally. And then we can get into the subconscious mind and begin to help you change the programs that are holding you back and insert new ones that will help you to be successful long-term with whatever it is that you're working on or going through.
Nice.
Her deal was she was overweight. She was in a job she liked, but she didn't love it. And her husband, their marriage was not going well at all. He put her down. He talked to her in a way that was demeaning, and she just was not in a good space. We call that in the ditch, to where she just was not loving life at all. So we started her on the weight loss program, and she was doing extremely well. Beautiful woman, and inside and out, honestly. And she was coming in saying her husband just kept saying, why are you doing this? It's not going to work, putting her down. And I said, so what kind of boundaries are you setting with him? Are you telling him it's not okay for you to talk to me like that? And I actually, one of her things that I had her do for her program was to put an outfit out that she really wanted to wear that she could not wear anymore because her weight was so high. And she had done that. And he had the audacity to take that down and put it back in her closet and say, why are you doing this? You're never going to get in that outfit at all.
Oh my goodness. Unsupportive and unsupportive spouse. We often get clients that have very supportive spouses, but it's not always true, is it?
No. And so they have to set the boundaries and ask for what they want, because if they continue to take that kind of treatment, they're teaching people how to treat them. So we decided that she would start to say to him whenever he did these things, I said, get that outfit back out and hang it where you can see him. And you tell him, this is not yours. This is mine. And you do not get to take it away from me. This is mine. And so we set boundaries. And interestingly enough, long story short, 6 months goes by. She's lost the weight she wanted to lose. She came to 5 sessions with me, and her husband and her are now doing amazing. It's interesting. Wow. I just saw her recently, and he totally shifted because she shifted.
Yeah.
Her self-development got to the point to where she stood up for herself, and she demanded that he treat her in a manner that she wanted, and he did.
And he did.
So just empowering people to trust themselves enough to speak up and to trust themselves enough from the inside with the hypnosis that we give them, the confidence that we give them, it helps them to be able to create the life, not only with themselves, but as Marianne Williamson says, when you let your own light shine, you give permission for others to do the same.
Wow, such a good quote. Right?
Love it. And oh gosh, I got to meet her last weekend in person, which was absolutely amazing. Yeah. So I actually spoke with her. Anyway, that long story short on the whole different tangent there. But yeah, this is the stuff that we can help people with. So with Gina, we were able to get to those limiting beliefs that she had about herself that was enabling her to almost be mistreated in a fashion. And a lot of people say, well, that's going to be really difficult. And I like to shift their mindset from it's not difficult, it's different. Different tells your mind that you can do it. Difficult says, guess what? It will be. So just saying those words, saying those words, getting them to change their self-talk to that it's hopeful and I can do it versus beating themselves up, right? And so that's toss the thought. That's one of the things I teach people, because you taught me that when your right hand's moving, it's the left side of your brain, you shift sides, the brain flips.
Yep.
Interestingly enough, when I started working with people with that, there's a little teeny gap when they do this. And
why don't you teach us that right now? Can you teach us that right now?
Sure, absolutely. So let's just say so many people that come to my clinic that are coming for weight loss. I work with a lot of other things too, but let's just use weight loss as an example. They have this self-talk is that they're fat, they're ugly, they don't feel good about themselves. So when you do that, it actually creates a physical cellular response in the cells of your body. So when your self-talk is negative, you can actually feel it. So first of all, I have them do that. I say, I want you to say what you say to yourself all the time. How does that feel within your body? And they're like, not very good. And I said, okay, so is that what you want? Do you want to be fat? Do you want to be ugly? If the answer is always no, of course, right?
Right. Of course they're going to say no. Nobody wants that, right?
They don't. But yet they're telling themselves that over and over again. And I'll tell you, every thought that you think is a blueprint for your body and your psyche to follow. So if you're thinking those things, your body's going to go, you're right, you are fat, you are ugly, and you feel horrible. And so you continue to eat to try to make yourself feel better. That's usually how it goes. So what I have them do, and I just call toss the thought, it's on my YouTube channel, I think. Anyway, they actually pretend that the thought is written in a box and they grab it with their hand and they throw it away. And as soon as they do that, I'll say, what were you thinking? And they can't get it. They can't contain it. They can't bring that thought back. And it's a very short pause, but they're like, because they did something physically that made their brain flip. So there was a physical focused attention on something that is not the thought that they were thinking.
Wow. Hallelujah. The brain works in so many amazing ways. And when we understand how to hack the brain, because the same thing can be true about some of our clients who are experiencing anxiety, right? They aren't choosing necessarily something and it feels like it happens to them, right? So we can use some of these techniques where the brain is going to automatically flip to our advantage when we teach it to them, right?
Yep.
Awesome. Okay. So the thought comes up. Now, does it matter because I know you said the right and left. For me, if I'm thinking of a thought, I'm just going to think of, I'm tired. Okay. That's a thought that I don't want to be thinking, right? Oh, I'm tired. It's been such a long day. Now, when I imagine that thought, it's almost right here. It's almost on top of me. And that's probably why I'm feeling it. It's almost like I'm experiencing it really. So it's okay if I just grab it wherever I perceive it occurring in my consciousness. I'm just going to grab it and throw it.
Throw it away. Yep. Okay. And then what you have to do though, is you have to come up with a reframe after that. So we are literally putting new programs into our mind. Okay. And that happens by the words that we speak to ourselves. So that means I'm teaching my clients and to come back across the body with an open receiving hand. And they have to start the sentence with what I really want is.
Okay.
Okay. So what I really want is
I'm so exhausted.
Throw it away, come back across.
What I really want is the energy to do all the things that I care about today.
Now notice how that feels in your body.
Feels great. I'm already imagining it, right? So good.
It's just, and it's so easy. It's so easy because it's just simply a movement of your body. Gives you the opportunity to reframe that thought to what you want, because once again, that thought becomes then a blueprint for your body and your psyche to follow. Yeah. So when you reframe is really important. You don't just get to throw it away and leave it there. You've got to come back with something.
Got to do a little bit of work there. And that is a little bit of work. And one thing that I think is really important about negative self-talk for people to realize is that And this is the same with blame. Why do we blame people? Why do we automatically look at the sidewalk to see why we tripped, to see whose fault it was that we tripped, right? When we say something bad about ourselves, when we're looking at the sidewalk, when we want to kind of blame who left the dishes out type of a thing, oh, it was me, right? It gives the brain, it's putting the onus on somebody else to fix it. It's like, oh, I'm ugly, why fix it? Oh, it's his fault. Or, oh, I tripped on the sidewalk because it's not my fault. So in that moment, it's not my fault. We take away any responsibility for us to fix
or power that we have.
the same thing, right? Responsibility equals power. But in
Right.
that moment, it's easier for the brain just to say, in a lot of cases, it's easier just to say, oh, I'm never going to fix it. It's because I'm ugly. It's because I'm fat. Whereas it's a little bit more work for us to.
And you can create the victimhood for yourself, and that way it makes you escape having to be responsible or do any effort.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
So this is why it's empowering, but it also doesn't mean it's necessarily easy. It's easy to do, but you have to be consistent with it. And like you said, the reframe, right? So there's that little bit of pause and shifting, right? And that can happen all day long. And wow. So how soon are your clients getting results from that?
Oh gosh, usually, so that's one of the things I teach them in the very first session. I have, like on the top of my intake form, I have all these little tricks and tools and things that I teach them. I check them off. I don't teach it to them 3 or 4 times. Sometimes I do, sometimes they forget. But there's heart breathing. There's all these different techniques that we use within our sessions that are tools that our clients have always with them. And the self-hypnosis, same thing, empowering them to be able to practice this ability to calm down their system enough so that they can hear that small voice that's coming from their heart. Interestingly enough, in this last conference that I was just in, which was amazing, science is finally catching up with the fact that the heart has neurons on the top of it, right? Blood comes in and right where it goes out. Those neurons are mirrored in your brain. So if you can get your brain and your heart to actually communicate, it's like superpower. It enables you to be able to really move yourself forward in a manner that they're actually talking to each other. And your heart thinks, it has a memory, and it has all kinds of things. And you don't love from your brain, you love from your heart. And don't we need more of that? So getting people to focus more on the heart is, again, something that I teach them too, because it's just super important. Yeah. And you do that through just breathing techniques.
Right. And it's something that I've really focused on in the last couple of years with the alpha sequence. It's the 5th step of the alpha sequence, is to imagine dropping your consciousness in your heart. And at first, a lot of people like, drop my consciousness into my heart. And you think about it, people think about it in different ways. I have a friend who thinks about it stepping down a staircase from her head brain to her heart brain. I've always imagined surfing down on this rainbow into my heart, but that bridging the heart mind connection, I think, really is the way forward for us in hypnosis in a lot of ways, right? And the practice of heart mind connection in a variety of formats. Like, I do love the alpha sequence, but people have you can just think about it, right? And imagine that and get results. So thank you, Pam. That's fantastic.
It's one of my favorite things. And honestly, if you can create that feeling when you're really focusing on your heart of gratitude, the next step will be love, because gratitude and love work at the same vibrational scale. So if you just begin to think of something you're grateful for, someone, even a place, it doesn't have to be a person, or it can be your pet, doesn't matter, but that gratitude. And it usually brings up a tear or two, because it really begins to get you connected with your heart. And then you can really begin to feel that love. And we all know that self-love is the best thing you can ever do for yourself.
Yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful. So how about you, Pam? Have you used hypnosis? Has it served you?
Oh my God, daily. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I start my morning off before I even get out of bed using the recognitions that we learn with 7 Path, which is the self-hypnosis technique that most of us use. I've added some things in with that too. And part of that is getting people heart-centered before they begin their self-hypnosis practice, because that's that direct line to whatever you consider your higher power to be. It makes no difference to me, but we all have the feeling that there's something bigger than us out there, even if it's the ocean or the moon, doesn't matter. But that ability to feel like you're not alone in this process, that you are loved and that you are cared for, and that you can really be the manifester in your life that you want to have happen, because you're in control. It simply is a matter of getting in touch with what it is that really lights you up, which really turns your internal light on, and then you feel differently. And that's the beautiful thing. Hypnosis works from the inside out, and that's what we need.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. Love it. So let's see. There's something else I wanted to ask you. How has hypnosis changed for you over the years? You've been a hypnotist now for 4 years. Is there something that surprises you now, or something that you've kind of learned over the last 4 years about being a professional hypnotist?
It's an amazing career path, that's for sure. The ability to actually, and it's so cool because when I like to work with people usually a little bit more one-on-one than I do online, just simply because I can sense their vibration a little bit more when they're in my
Yeah.
office. But it's easy to do online too, as long as I can have a visual, and it's a connection. You connect with your client in a way that I don't think is possible in any other form of therapy, honestly, because there's a different way that we're coming about it. And the ability to watch someone transform, literally facially, you can see it in the physical
Yes.
being. Yeah, is in as little as an hour and a half. How
That's
powerful is
amazing.
that? And I benefit from working with people too. It's not just them. I truly get joy. I feel joy when someone really gets a great shift in their perspective and their thinking and begin to change their life. There's nothing more rewarding than that. I can't even imagine. Yeah, I think it's been almost 7 years because I had that other certification
Oh,
before.
right. Okay.
So I practiced with that for a bit of time. And so it got me familiar with how to work with people. But like you said, it was, so what do you want to work on today? You know?
Right.
But now we
Not as
have this
strategic.
wonderful structure. Yeah, this structure. And being able to just really trust yourself as a hypnotherapist to be able to help a client. And we always do. And there's not been a single one that I haven't been able to hypnotize and to at least get them to get some relief in some way or another. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's fantastic. What would you, and I tell a story I think in Reprogram Your Way, and maybe even Can You Be a Hypnotist, about seeing my client for the first time, meaning you get connected to that light in them, you help them get connected to that, and they light up, and now you see your client come alive. So you get to meet them, the real them, for the first time.
And it's so interesting. They'll come in and they're stressed out and they're on this scale of 10 that they're not comfortable. And when they leave your office, they're completely a different person. Right. And they feel completely different. And that's the whole idea. Hypnotherapy has a lot to do with how you feel.
Yeah.
And so many people have negated feeling for a long time because there's been so much pain associated with it. And when you can help them to see that there are other things to feel good about within their life, it changes them from the inside, even at a cellular level. Science is proving this now very strongly, that we can change our physical beingness based on what we're thinking and how we're leading our lives. It can change your health, your longevity, your agelessness. Why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you do that? It's not the pill, right? It's something that you can do for yourself very easily. It gets easier over time. So what would you want to say to anybody out there thinking about doing hypnosis?
Oh, do it. Absolutely. Be careful with what kind of hypnosis that you go into, though. I think that there's some that don't come from that spiritual aspect that we come from, that loving aspect that we come from. It's really important that you are connected when I meet with my people for a consultation at no fee, just to feel them so they can feel me too. So they can trust me. I want them to really know that I'm coming at this for their benefit and how to help them and explain what hypnosis is, because there's so many misconceptions out there. They've got the Scooby-Doo version. Just be aware, really do your research on what kind of hypnotherapy you might be moving into. I think that ours is, of course, the best that I've ever seen. And I've experienced a couple of different things. We go to convention, there's all kinds of different hypnotherapy techniques there. And as Cal says, ours is the best.
There are a lot of people and a lot of interest in hypnosis right now. And we want to do a heart-centered approach, not street hypnosis, not necessarily stage hypnosis, although I think stage hypnosis plays an important and powerful role, especially we have a lot of colleagues that are excellent stage hypnotists who do clean and powerful shows, helping to demonstrate the power of the mind. And then they also have what we might call a clinical practice as well. But yeah, And I love how you said to connect with your hypnotist. And that's why we often and almost all will offer a free or some type of consultation so that our clients feel safe and comfortable with us. So yeah, I highly recommend that. Talk to your hypnotist first before you hire somebody. Anything else you want to share with
No, this was just awesome. And just whenever we talk about what we do, I think it just empowers me to really joyfully do what I do. And I love what I do. It's yesterday, a gal left my clinic, and it was like, I went back in my office and did little jump up and downs because I was just so excited for her, because there was such a shift in her life. And she just is emerging as this wonderful, confident, beautiful woman. And when she came in, that's not who she was. So it excites me to be able to do what we do and change people at that cellular level that we can, both emotionally and spiritually, and the physical form as well.
That's right.
Awesome. Yeah.
And when we help a client, it's not just about that one person. That person shows up as a better mom, a better father, a better colleague. So it's highly rewarding to see the contribution that we can make by loving people and teaching them how their mind works and how to better live in the world right now peacefully and harmoniously.
Yeah. Look at Gina. It saved her marriage, changed her husband.
Yep. Awesome. Pam, it's been so lovely. You're doing such great work. Hold up your book one more time so we can take a look at it.
It's on Amazon, of course, Weight Loss Hypnosis. And it's not just about hypnosis. There's a lot more in this than that. It's an easy read, probably about 2 hours. There is a section on how to begin to do self-hypnosis yourself. But also there's some nutritional information in there too. I think it's really important that people understand what the foods that they're eating do to them on a hormonal basis, and why some of these programs that are out there don't focus on that, and they don't see the connection between the two. And it's really important for you to understand how that works. And there's a lot of that in there too. So it's not just about, hypnosis and weight loss.
It sounds more holistic. There's hypnosis. And when we make hypnosis practical, that's where we can really shine. So things what I find with my clients in weight loss, they might be doing things already to contribute to a healthy lifestyle or weight loss. But when we add and pair hypnosis, those things that used to kind of work are now working really well.
Yes. Right? Yeah. It's like putting them on steroids.
Yeah, exactly. Tell us where people can find you. What's your website?
It's just PamLeno.com. It's really easy. My tag is Pamela J. Leno Hypnotherapy, but PamLeno.com is really easy. All of my information to contact me is there. There's some free gifts there. There's a recording there. There's a copy of the ebook if you want to go there.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah. Very good.
So you can easily go get those things. There's some videos on there that just have some little snippets explaining what I do and how these things work, and some testimonials, I believe, as well. Lots of information there. It'll give you everything that you need to know. So just PamLeno.com. Very easy.
Good. And what would you say to anybody out there thinking of maybe becoming a hypnotherapist? Is it a good job?
Absolutely. And go to Erika for training. That's a hypnosis center. That's where I went, and it was awesome. I've never looked back. It's been something that continues to move me forward, as well as my clients. And it's about learning more and more. And I think that you've evolved in these years of teaching too, and training to really have just honed in on what the importance is and how to really create yourself as being a successful hypnotherapist. It's a great career.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you, Pam. Thank you so much. I'm Erika Flint. You can find me at CascadeHypnosisTraining.com. I'm also the author of Can You Be a Hypnotist? And I will include information on that. I hope that you guys are living hypnotically and incorporating hypnosis into your everyday to lead a better life. Bye for now. Thank you, Pam, for joining us.
Thank you. It was awesome.
Get the book. Start hypnotizing. Get the book and first hypnosis lesson free now at CanYouBeAHypnotist.com.